Here it is, guys, my all-time favorite shoe in my all-time favorite colorway. If the camera actually focuses, yep, there we go. Reebok Classic box in the recycled paper, and it's the Kamikaze one in the white, black, and racing green colorway. Original release price $115. I definitely did not pay that. I bought these on a release date with some coupons and I actually paid $90 for them, which is a pretty good deal in my book. I know they went out to be a lot cheaper than that now, and people actually bought those for about $40 last week off of Reebok.com when they had an awesome sale, but it is what it is. I had to buy them right away. Paranoia is a bad thing. But yeah, I doubled up on these right away on the release date. I got both pairs for under retail, so I'm happy with that. After all, it's my favorite shoe of all time, so I really do not care. These came from Finish Line, and as you can see, they're unlaced, and I'm sure somebody either tried them on or was wearing them around the warehouse, but yeah, that's how they came. It's definitely a pair that I was waiting for over 20 years. You guys know the Kamikaze one dropped for the season 94-95, and when they came out, I was literally mind blown. I mean, this who didn't think about to make this amazing design? Look at it, with all the overlay panels and the white under upper with that zigzag pattern all around. And back in the day, this actually toe box was completely green right here to match the same green right here. It was not separated like that, and then the white extending down to the outsole, forming this network of white over the black. Was one of the first pairs to have this top-loaded hexalite. I mean, it was an amazing pair. You see Sean Kemp running down the court with these, and you know exactly who he is and what the shoe is. He was crushing everybody that season. With these shoes, he was just unstoppable. The differences with the old pair, other than this toe that I said, the logo right here, actually the third line on the vector was white. Same here in the back. The toe box, as you can see, and I mentioned that in my previous videos with the other Kamikaze ones that I have, it's kind of protruding a little bit more and it's bulging. On the original pair was a little bit lower like this and actually looked a little bit better, but you know, it is what it is. A little bit more room for your toes if you like that kind of feeling. The white portion is synthetic leather. This is how it was back in the day. Nubuck on top of it for the overlays, exactly the same way it was again back in the old days. The midsole is kind of dense, but I remember back in the day it was similar feeling. Those green panels are just awesome, along with the inner liner here. Our production date is 9/13, but as we know, they came out early this year. Very good and significant padding around the heel, very comfortable. They use the same very nice insoles. They're not Ortholite, but they're definitely thicker and nicer than most. You can see the stitching down there, tucked in. But yeah, I mean, definitely it's a pair, it's a retro pair that it's very comfortable. I think the original one was better, but you know, of course, all the original ones were better back in the day. The inner liner fabric was a little bit different than the old pairs. If any of you had ever had another model that is from this time, you all know what I'm talking about. If you see the texture on the pattern on the liner, they used to be bigger, a lot bigger and like thicker to absorb more moisture, but it is what it is. I still think it's a very accurate retro, and I'm very happy. I'm actually extremely happy that Reebok decided to bring them back. A few years back, actually, when I was, just browsing on eBay, checking out pairs, I saw a person selling a pristine pair of these that actually went out. It was sold for over $600, and I was thinking to myself, man, I will never have that pair in my possession ever. And paying $600, no matter how much I love them, I would never do. But shift a few years later, and luckily Reebok brought the Kamikaze 2 and now the 1. And I mean, even if they stop retroing shoes right now, I'm not going to be very upset, since I got my sort of grails. I got the shoes that I really cared and loved. I doubled up on these. Again, I have one to rock, one to stock. If I grab a pair further down the line for around $40 again, I will probably go ahead and do it and have a third pair. I really don't care how much of those I'm gonna get, as long as they're cheap. I love them so much. They're amazing design. I think on feet they look sick, especially with jeans. They're just crazy. I wish I had the money to buy those back in the day. It would have been amazing. I was in my senior year in high school, and these were just crazy pair. A friend of mine actually, remember, he had the lower version that was all black and white with the Vector logo right here instead of the heel, and those were also great. Sean Kemp actually wore them for the 94-95 All-Star game. And yeah, I mean, they actually released a ton of colorways back in the day from these. Not just the ones that I have now as retros, but there's other colorways as well. It was the one that was kind of flipped like this one. Instead of white, the underlay was actually black, and then the panels overlays were white. There was black and maroon. There was another one that the underlay was black, and then those panels were all green. I mean, there was so many. It was one of the shoes that actually kind of opened the door of multiple colorways for the same model. I think it's probably the first one that did that. They had probably over maybe 10 colorways back in the day in '94 that were different. I think they probably sold tons of those, since Sean Kemp was so popular back in those days. And like I said, in that season he was a beast. Like, he was killing it on the court, and they played in the finals, but we all know how that ended up, unfortunately for them. The #1 team got kicked out by the Denver Nuggets, but that's a different story. Yeah, I mean, this is it, guys. Can't get better than that. This is my all-time favorite shoe. Absolutely love it. It's an amazing design. Actually, the design always reminded me kind of like an alien, that it's jump on top of your foot and just hugs it, kind of like the face huggers on the Alien, the actual movie. But yeah, I mean, whoever came up with that design, unfortunately I don't know the name of the designer. You, sir or ma'am, deserve a huge kudos, because I think it's one of the most, if not the most amazing design of a sneaker ever made, in my personal opinion. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all of your attention. Until next time, stay tuned to CollectiveKicks.com for more sneaker news, reviews, and history articles. And you have a wonderful day.